I told the police, I was like, look, I don't want the car back. It's been gone too long. And the stuff that I see in it, like I could tell this was on some drill. I don't want it back now. Don't go shoot up a whole block indiscriminate and then give me the car back. I'm rolling around the city thinking I'm good like I'm always good. That's the car that came through here dumping last week. No, it's not. Yes, it is, but it's not. Like, I don't want the car back. I don't want it back. You got it.
It wasn't me though.
Hey, I wasn't in it. Type shit. Hey, man. Listen, before we get into the show, I got to tell y'all about my OG. She is wild. Like, she always be wilding, but she is super wilding. She had surgery. She had surgery on her spine. Thank God it went well. Spinal surgery is always a extra risky joint. So I'm in the hospital yesterday from 6 a.m. when we had to check in for the surgery. And I think I was there till like 10, 11 p.m. She was in surgery for about 4.5 hours, something like that. Then they got her alone in recovery for like an hour. Then they finally put her in a room, let me come up there. She is off the... Matter of fact, this was before she even got to her rooms. This was still down in the recovery spot. She is so off the chain with the anesthesia. She's saying the wildest shit ever, Joe. The wildest shit ever. I'm like, hey, be quiet. What are you talking about? And she loud, like crazy loud. Down the whole unit, the whole ICU can hear this wild and out you're doing. What is wrong with you? The lady, so she was in pain from her shoulders, her neck and her shoulders was in pain. But the doctor was like, it's because we had to strap her down, had to strap her shoulders and back down so we could do the operation. They went in through the front of her neck. The incision it's a little incision in the front of her neck. So like we had to strap her shoulders down so she wouldn't like move because niggas is in your spine. If you wake up and move, you might not never walk again. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, we had to strap her down, but she was strapped down in the awkward position for like 4.5 hours. So she wake up, all this shit, mad tight. Sore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she complaining about that. So he come in there and tell her again, like, so she like, I need to move and she trying to do all this squirming and moving around and trying to loosen up her shoulders. And they like, hey, well, I'm like, hey, be still. Like you just came out of spine surgery. All this snake moves you're doing, that can't be good. So I'm like, stop moving. She's like, it hurt. I'm like, you just got out of surgery. I know it hurt. So the doctor come back. He like, look, we had to strap you down. Again, I told you this. She's like, and you got broad shoulders, right? Like,
that ain't funny.
This is why it's funny. One of my old heads used to see my grandma all the time. My grandma had real broad shoulders, like crazy.
That's what got you into football like that, huh?
Yes.
You was born with the shoulder pads. Huh? Get them from your mama.
One of my old heads used to, every time you see my grandma, like he come to the function, he walk in and see my grandma the heat. Blue 32! Blue 32! I used to call her dick buckets and shit. My grandma used to be pissed. I'm talking about pissed.
Why am I laughing at this?
It used to happen, I swear to God. So he telling her she got the broad shoulders and then, you know, he's like, your neck is not that long. We had to walk. She's like, no, my neck ain't long, but it's deep. I said,
wait, this is your mama saying? You gotta stop telling stories about your mama. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
You think I like it?
I don't like it.
Do you think I like it?
Okay. Wait a minute.
I'm sitting in the hospital. This her whole medical team, the doctor, the nurse, the nurse's assistant, they all in there in the sheet. My throat might not be long, but it's deep. I say, hey,
you gotta stop putting your mama on front like this.
No, she gotta stop putting me on front like that.
We can't do this.
I'm in the hospital sitting here looking like,
we cannot do this.
I'm like, she every other word she's saying is a curse word. I'm like, you don't even curse like this. Like you cursing more in the last 30 minutes since I've been up here since you got out of surgery than you have in a month. Like, what are you? They like, she don't talk like this. I'm like, no. They like, she been talking like this since she got out of surgery because they don't let you up for the first hour when she first go to anesthesia recovery. She like, she been talking like this since she woke up.
She was off that juice, that methadone.
Hey, you are wilding, right? So they doing putting the IVs and this, that, and the third, and they about to tape them down. And she's like, um, I can only use certain tapes. She's like, I got a latex allergy. I can only use certain tapes. And she like, I'm like, okay.
You about to say some wild shit here.
Yeah.
We can bypass it.
No.
we all got the point.
No, we can't.
Everyone understands.
How you the nurse, how you know you got a latex allergy?
Why would the nurse ask that? She's
Well-
supposed to trigger your mama.
Well,
The nurse was having fun. She was being entertained by
they
this
were
shit.
having a great time, but I'm in here like, stop. Like, this is not okay. I step outside like I said, we still down in the recovery stuff. So I step outside the little curtain. Buddy sitting across the desk is dying laughing. As soon as I come out there, he dying laughing. I'm like, this is not funny, bro. So
Yo mama wild and good.
I'm like, you heard that? He like, everybody hear that. Like, she's loud and wilding, right? So I'm like, nah, Joe. So she telling people, nah, cause I thought somebody had burnt me. And woo, so I told him, I said, I'm gonna go to the hospital and get this test, and just know I'm gonna kill you if this test is positive, because I started bumping up and woo out the bam, and turned out it was just it was the condom. I said, hey, knock it off, Joe.
I'm not going to engage this conversation, but you can finish. But I'm not going to answer, say nothing. I'm not.
I had a long day. I've been sitting here all day, and the night before I didn't even go to sleep. Because by the time I was about to go to sleep, it's like midnight. I got to be up at 4:30 so we can get to the thing by 6. So I didn't sleep a wink the whole night. I'm tired. I tried to sleep in the little waiting area. I couldn't do that. My auntie came. We chilling. So I'm not in the mood for this right here. I'm like, come on, man. I've been worried about you. The surgery was supposed to be like 2.5 hours. By the time it's gone to 4.5 hours, I'm concerned. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yo, you tripping up here, Joe. We get to they move her upstairs to her room now. She get to her room. She get to her room. Now she been peeing every 30 seconds. Like, I'm not even I'm like 2 minutes. I don't know what they gave her, those flushing fluids, or they was just putting so many fluids in her, but literally no exaggeration. She had to pee like every 2 minutes. So they finna take her upstairs. She's like, I'm gonna have to pee. I'm like, you can't wait till you take you upstairs? She's like, I don't think so. So they give her a bedpan. They put her a bedpan in the thing, right? So we get upstairs. She don't pee, but we get upstairs, and the lady that's doing the transportation is moving her bed, young black woman, cool, but she like 20 something. You know what I'm saying? She like, mama like, and can y'all get me? Y'all need to get me a bigger bedpan, because y'all didn't give me a black woman bedpan, because this ain't big enough for my booty. I say, yo. The nurse is white. Y'all didn't give me a black woman bedpan. Y'all need to give me a bedpan for a black woman. It gets worse. It gets worse. Y'all give me a black woman bedpan. I'm like, hey man, can you please just be quiet? So the young girl, she laughing. This is the best day of her life. She literally said, she's like, this is the highlight of my day. This is absolutely the highlight of my day. I'm like, stop encouraging this. This is not funny, right? So they transfer her from the bed. They moved her into a permanent bed or whatever. And now she do got to pee. She get up, she go pee. Gown, she assed out. Here come young girl. Oh damn, she wasn't lying. She is slugging. This young girl, me and my auntie came in there like, hey man. So she hit a young. I said, stop gassing her up. She hit a young.
This is UFC?
Huh?
This is University of Chicago?
University of Chicago.
These are like classy doctors and nurses. This ain't like the county.
Listen. So she wilding. So girl gassing her up on my mama head. She say, I told you. Twerks a little bit on the way to the bathroom. Now her ass is out. She bent over and twerked for the lady. I told you. I said, y'all take her back to surgery.
Your mama left the imprint on everybody in there, though, man. Salute to Mama Howard, man. I'm glad she's doing okay, man. But, you know.
Ryan pull up. I say, hey, man, I'm sending her back with you. You taking her all the way home because I'm done. I am done. But, yeah, man.
That's hilarious.
Surgery went well. She'll be all right. It's just going to be some interesting times. Some interesting times around the way.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know. Prayers and blessings, man. I'm glad she's okay.
She told me she was gonna call you to do something for her. She told me that you wouldn't hear of taking no bread from her. She's like, well, tell my baby I just said thank you. He ain't never asked me for nothing, so I was trying to send him. But
yeah, I took care of her. She cool.
Yeah. She's wildin', man. What's good, y'all, man? Welcome into this episode of Herb and Two, alongside the ashy Tucson Water. You rub his ankles together too hard right now, it might combust. I just don't know. But welcome to the show, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to this conversation. So we get together, we talk about issues that currently impact the black community. Excuse me. We talk about how they impact the black community as individuals, and also that impact us as a collective. We need your help talking through these issues, so please leave your comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set the alert so you get reminders every time we drop new content. Please share with at least one person that you think will find some value or add some value to this particular conversation. Again, it is Herb and Two, this intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. My name is Herb. His name is Two. Two, what's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm tired as shit, man. I was cool a minute ago, but you know, we always on Herb time. Yeah. And something happened in Herb time where I barely keep my fucking eyes open.
Yeah, no, I fucked y'all over real bad today. I mean, I'm habitually late, which I'm trying to get better at, but I haven't conquered yet. But today was the worst and a little out of my control. I was running back and forth to the hospital, but I do feel bad for how long I had y'all sitting here today, so I apologize.
That's all good. Hey, man, let's jump right into it, though, man. Did y'all see Netflix got new podcast deals? And they signed a few podcasts?
I knew they were coming. I haven't seen that they did it.
Yeah, they signed Rory and Mal. I don't know who all, you know what I mean, but the ones they highlighted was Rory and Mal, Joe and Jada.
Oh, good for Rory and Mal.
And
I thought they was like done.
And the Breakfast Club.
Okay.
I think that's interesting.
I wonder what's the deal for that, for Envy and Charlemagne and what's the sister name, but
Jess
Hilarious, mm-hmm. and the other sister too.
What you mean, what's the deal?
I mean, the Breakfast Club isn't theirs. You know what I mean? As opposed to...
Well, we don't fully know that, right? It depends, because they've been there so long.
I don't know if that could be an independent thing from the radio, like, yeah, and they still get the naming rights to it.
I bet you the fact that they can outsource it to Netflix, I bet you Power ain't getting that money. I bet you they getting that money.
I'd be interested how they work that deal.
But either way, I think it's very interesting, just the construct.
Yeah.
Right? As Netflix pulls these podcasts in for distribution, what that essentially has to mean is that YouTube's a done deal.
I don't know, damn Damon Williams.
If you think about it mathematically, YouTube is going to be that's paywall distribution. They gonna put that on YouTube no more. You know what I mean? So in contrast, you understand what I'm saying? Like the dynamics just has to change.
They like just us. We don't want to see that shit on YouTube no more.
Right? It's not gonna be on YouTube. Maybe your clips could live there.
That's interesting.
Right? But if we think about how the internet works,
that's interesting.
Think pre-internet, right? TV, radio, they had all their own little spaces or whatever. We're gonna get back to that. Essentially, because they're gonna put everything behind the paywall.
You can get it over here or
get it over here, but you're gonna pay for it, right? Just very interesting to think about. And I was like wondering, like, what does that do for the total of YouTube, or what does that do to the little guy on the totem pole? Like, does that elevate the little guy, or does it close him out? Right? Is it better to be in the space because the big guys is there, or is it better to be in the space because the big guys is gone? It's just a very interesting dynamic to think about.
I think it's better to be whatever the best version of yourself is. I don't really think it's going to be greatly impacted by who else is there. You know what I mean? Well, like, if motherfuckers not fucking with you because you're in the same room as $1 million worth of game or Breakfast Club, they just not fuck with that. They just going to go to Netflix and watch $1 million worth of game, whatever it's going to be. That don't mean because they gone, okay, now I'm gonna rock with you.
Well, I think it's something to be said about space, you know, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a mall concept, right? If
Mm-hmm.
all these stores are here, you're more apt to spend money. If it's just one standalone store, it's a different concept. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So being in the space, but if people are coming here searching for this kind of shit, we might catch some excess.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
You might
It
catch
ain't
some.
about copying a product or nothing. It's just the business strategy is just different.
You might catch some off feed or something. You might catch. Um, yeah, you might catch some of that.
Yeah, but the internet, if we pay attention, man, the concept of how we have been using the internet probably for the last 10 years is about to go away. And what's that mean,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think we talked about it not too long ago. I read a stat not too long ago said this is the easiest time in the history of America to become a billionaire, but the hardest time in the history of America to become a millionaire.
Yeah,
Which means is if you got it, you can get more of it. But if you ain't got it, you ain't in the conversation.
I think what it also means is like just the ability to become a billionaire. They used to be like a billionaire. A billion used to be like saying a gazillion dollars. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
even a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's much more of a real thing. So yeah, it's easier to become a billionaire now than it's ever been before because it wasn't even a real concept to people before. Now it's a very real concept. But even with it being a very real concept, getting to the first million is
Well, that's what the
tough
stats
than
say,
ever.
right? It's the first time in American history where it's easy as hell to become a billionaire, but hard as hell to become a millionaire,
I think
right?
it's relative to the past though. I don't think they say you can skip over.
No. They're not saying you can skip over. What they're
Yeah.
saying is if you have it, you can get to more of it. You're locked out if you don't. So what
Mm-hmm.
it's saying is the wealth is calcified.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the Netflix deal and deals like that are happening in other spaces are a reflection of that. It's a conversation we've been having from different perspectives for a long
Mm-hmm.
time,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you think about it like, I can't remember the name or who even was the election, but it was like somebody, they had created a character out of this white man, I think he was from Ohio. It was calling him like George the Plumber or some shit.
Okay.
And he was voting Republican and he was like, man, I want less government, this, that, and the third. And he was a plumber, right? And conceptually, he was like, I want less government, so I pay less taxes because I'm gonna be rich one day,
Right.
right? But motherfucker, you right now are just a plumber, right? And you need all these government service to kind of supplement your lifestyle type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But in his mind, he had associated himself with one of the wealthy elite. I'm going to be one of the wealthy elite, which most Americans do.
Mm-hmm.
Like we all have these concepts of one day being rich,
Sure.
i.e., so we align our thought process with those of the wealthy.
Sure.
Now, in essence, the wealthy is anti your poor ass,
Sure.
but you don't cognitively think of yourself as a poor ass. It's embarrassing to be a poor ass in America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So when we see Netflix doing what they're doing,
Imagine something being embarrassing that 98% of the people are.
it works, right? But when we see what Netflix is doing, they're calcifying the wealth.
Mm-hmm.
Get behind the paywall, and even the motherfuckers they choose, right? It's not like they was looking for new product or expansive. Who's on the cutting edge was interesting. No, who's popular? How do we bring them over here and just control their distribution,
Mm-hmm.
right? I.e., we're gonna cut the behemoth of YouTube the fuck out,
Right.
right? That don't mean YouTube goes away. They just gonna change their direction, right? It's also like what we see in our world, right? So we put rappers and athletes at the top of our economic food chain.
Mm-hmm.
They do 90 fucking other things and they won't allow nobody else, calcifying opportunity,
Right.
right? So it's one motherfucker that didn't live 15 lives and nobody else can get to the door.
YouTube has already transitioned more so into television than their internet standalone situation.
But they only hooking your ass in. As they pull you over to Netflix,
Right.
it's back to it's regular cable
Mhm.
because you're gonna have to pay for what you've been receiving for free for X
Mhm.
amount of years,
Mhm.
right? We don't think of it like this, but iPhone and Apple have monopolies
Sure.
because shit comes with the phone.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Motherfucking Spotify can't compete because iTunes come on the goddamn phone.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? But who's gonna download that shit when this shit come with the phone? It's business monopolies,
Right.
right? And all they're doing is transitioning to these more calcified spaces.
It's a good point. I need to stop paying for a title.
Come with the phone. But we don't think of it like that, right? We don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
So, but it's a business tactic. It ain't about what's best for you. It's how do we control every market,
Yeah.
right? And that's what they're doing with the calcifying, wealth calcifying in general. But I just thought it was very interesting to think about, right? So as that happened, how does the market change, right? And how does the motherfuckers who are leveraging or exploring the market or exploiting the market or trying to, win within the market, how do you adjust with it? Because it's gonna be an interesting thing, right? Radio probably will get a joust out of that shit. It'll probably boom. Because if you think about it, and just today they just announced YouTube plays and streams won't be counted towards your record sales. That's something new for motherfuckers too, right? So now it's gonna be they ain't gonna have no value in putting videos up. Why would I do that? Why would I pay for a video? Where does videos live other than YouTube?
Then if you're not gonna pay me off in terms of the record labels, if you're not gonna pay me off the YouTube spins, then at least give it to me so I can make my own YouTube page, and then I can get paid from that. You know what I mean? Like, cause you ain't gonna pay me for it, so give me the rights to the video. I can start my own YouTube page, and people can come to my YouTube page and see the
But I
video.
think what he's saying is with the Netflix deals and stuff like that, that takes that YouTube market.
You have the game. They gonna push your ass to Netflix. You want to make a video,
Right.
you got to even go behind the paywall to see, the video.
That's a good point.
It's a new game, right? It's the writings on the wall. So as a little guy, how do you compete or how do you make yourself valuable in that space? Or does the behemoth even stay? Why stay? If my money moves over here, why would I stay?
I don't know, man. It's a good point, but it's one of those things like you talk about, like how you get ahead of the curve, and it's like if you're not in already, you
They're
don't
saying
even know what
fuck
the
you.
curve is.
Yeah, but that's why you got the creative mind, right? We have to be more creative and figure out what those inroads is, but we got to be paying attention to the markets, even though that these are things that are taking place, right? Another thing, right? We looking at the end of social media as we see it too. As AI comes about, social media is gonna die.
I question half the videos I see.
But think
Like,
about
is this
how,
even a real? Am I watching a real thing or not?
but the dynamic of social media lives and thrives on interaction. Because there's so much fake shit, it's not gonna be interactive. You know what I mean? And that's gonna kill it very easily.
Do y'all think it's gonna be a cycle where everything running cycles? Do you think it's gonna be a cycle where people get back to like talking in person? Like people, you got interpersonal skills, or no?
Yeah, I think so. I think you got to, right? There's so much shit happening, man. Right? We at a certain specific place in the rotation. I can't.
'Cause I
speak
think
to
it's
what
been
that
like
is.
2 micro generations of people not knowing how to talk to each other, not knowing how to relate, not having interpersonal skills, not having social skills, not having communication skills. Like I was just talking to my dog. He was at the shout out to my boy BC. He was at the hospital with my mama. I was just talking to him, and we was talking about this interactions you have with people, and he like, man, it'd be so crazy because it was like people don't have communication skills, and when you do, and you try to like correct them on it, they don't want to hear. They get offended by it. You know what I'm saying? So you tell somebody that was emotionally immature or emotionally unintelligent or whatever. Now they offended. Now we can't move past you being offended. And it's like, how do you then work with people like that? How do you then build relationships with people like that?
You don't.
That's what I was saying to him. I was like, man, the issue. I was like, the problem is you are diagnosing these people, and they don't want the diagnosis. I said, you do the diagnosis in secret, and then you give them the medicine. Like you trying to give them a diagnosis. Fuck the diagnosis. You don't tell them that it's emotionally unintelligent. Just understand that they're emotionally unintelligent and then move accordingly.
I want to take the word emotionally off and just say it's unintelligent, right?
But no, something is strictly about emotions, though.
But what I'm arguing though is that par for the course too, in context of how we having this conversation. If you think about it, right? So if we think about the trajectory of how social media worked, at least in our lives, I know the field is much more expansive than how we play in it, right? But I'd probably say Black Planet was the first time you really started engaging digitally, at least for my generation.
I remember that.
Then it moves to Facebook, then it moves to Twitter, then it moves to Instagram. But if we think about the proliferation of each one of these stages, right?
The party line.
True, but I'm talking about how social, digital, right? Facebook, you can type whole paragraphs, stories, whatever you want. Twitter moves into 140 characters. It's condensing. Instagram moves to fuck your characters and put a picture up. Comprehension goes away. You go away from a dialogue to 140 characters to a fucking photograph.
Yeah.
Now you said micro generations, right? And they moved to Snapchat, to I don't know, Twitch, to I don't even know the other shits.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But essentially the written word has gone away more and more and more and more.
Yeah.
So you get, and they're not engaging interpersonally.
Yeah.
So you're getting less and less comprehension, and you get just more dumbass people.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, man, people was talking before you got here, man. I follow this page called Facts You Wouldn't Believe About America. You follow it too. I see you on there.
Yeah.
Right? There's something like 64% of Americans read at below a fifth grade level. Right? And the number is bigger than that. We can't even tell you how much. We don't know. But at least 64% of these motherfuckers.
For sure.
Right? So when you think about that and how we just engage, right? Whether you can read or not, if you constantly communicate, it's an exercise.
Mm-hmm.
You'll learn to communicate at high levels. You'll learn to comprehend at high level.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't, and there's distance, and then the space moves away from that, you're gonna be brain dead. You're a blank slate.
I try to put in little micro corrections to everything I see when people be just going on this and then the third. Like, I'm 40 years old, so I feel like that's my demographic. Most of the people I engage with are also around there. They, 30 to 50, let's say. And the amount of 30 to 50-year-olds that are still getting their ass absolutely kicked by there is alarming to me. So I just always put a little asterisk and be like,
but even
this
that,
there.
I would think that was
That there.
at the expansive level.
This there.
I would think that would be at the expansive level, right? Like
I don't know if people like it or not, but I do it every time. I'm reading it, and then as I'm hearing it in my head, it's like, no, that's not the there that you mean. This is the there that you mean.
If I'm writing something like an op-ed or something, I'll care. If I'm not, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Hey,
catch me if you can.
That is so true. Because I always fuck with you about your writing. I tell you dyslexic. I still believe that. But
when I want to write,
I see you put out some real, I be like, who the fuck wrote this? Listen to the chat the other day. I'm like,
who's on this shit? I don't care. Get this shit out.
This nigga talk to me. It be some complete bullshit that I have to put my two hat on to even understand. You put this shit out. This shit looks like motherfucking
Yeah, if I care, I care. If I don't care, you go get what I give you, motherfucker. That's what it is.
Take that
shit. Take that. Fuck it. But but comprehension is at an all-time low, man. And to your point, you like, I'll deal with these 30 to 50 year olds who don't know there. I had the opportunity to speak last night on the panel. Man,
we in trouble.
We in trouble, bro. And these is not like the people that it's not like a downtrodden group. It's not. It's not that.
Yeah.
Right, but
the
it's dangerous out in these streets, bro. It's dangerous. You know what I mean?
It make you want to throw in the towel sometimes.
Yeah, it's dangerous, right? And again, like I said, where we are in the rotation of, the social experiment, I don't know. But I know that the worlds who are making the decisions and the world who are suffering through the decisions processes, they so far apart, brother. And you got to close the gap.
Keep widening.
Yeah, you got to close the gap to fight. You got to close the gap to understand. You got to close the gap to compete. Right? We ain't closing the gap.
Quick pause for a quick salutation. Salute. That's crazy. I was in the middle of giving him a salute and I'm losing this doggone name. Bud. What's the box? Bud Crawford. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Bud Crawford just announced his retirement from boxing.
Oh, word. I seen Will posted Bud today. Will must be doing something with him, shooting a doc on him or something like that. Shout out to the homie Will Gates.
Yeah, shout out to Will Gates on that. But shout out to Bud Crawford, man. He's retiring, undefeated. And I'm sure somebody will try to throw a big enough bag at him. He might have another fight or two here or there. But he's saying he's done with it, man.
Bud the beast, man. I hate to see him go.
Me too, man. And it's interesting how his career went. Undefeated, but still like a late bloomer in terms of his own notoriety or his star shining like that. Really, I think the majority of people wasn't really on Bud till like his last 5, maybe 10 fights, where people really was understanding like, no, this dude is a whole issue. And, for him to go, even going into his last fight, They're like, oh man, if he win this against what's the Mexican dude name that didn't fought everybody?
I forgot who he fought, but he unified all the belts.
Yeah, they like going into that fight.
I was trying to think
It's
about
like, oh, this could either cement Bud's legacy or it could end it all for him. And it's like he didn't beat everybody's ass, bro. Like, but yeah, he retired, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Omaha, Nebraska. He's the only person from Omaha, Nebraska that I even know. So shout out to
and
Omaha,
you don't know
Nebraska.
him.
No, I mean I know of. That I know of.
Nah, I know. I'm fucking with you.
Yeah, no. So shout out to Bud. Eric Crouch played for Nebraska. He won the Heisman there. I know Eric Crouch a little bit.
Under the act of sports, man, you football guy, and you was at the game because you do the reporting on the Bears game.
Yeah.
Last week, well, I'm still boycotting that bullshit.
Yeah.
But I saw
At this point, you're not boycotting. You just don't fuck with football.
No, I'm still boycotting. I stay true to my people. I don't fuck with it either. I've learned that he not even fuck with it, but it's still based on the
That's
boycott.
how I feel about the NBA.
I boycott that bullshit too. I don't know who played. I don't know.
I'm not boycotting the NBA. I just don't fuck with it. That shit is. Every time I watch it, it's like this is not entertaining to me.
But under the act of football, I heard a report that the Browns gave Shador the wrong playbook on the field.
Oh yes.
And I wanted to ask you because again, the way it was being reported is it's kind of like it happens type of shit. Like was it a just it happens type of shit, or is this wrapped into the conspiracy of how they trying to do Shador?
I've never played quarterback in the National Football League, but I played quarterback for quite some time in my life. Ain't no offensive coordinator or head coach ever sent me on the football field with the wrong wristband. It's too fucking important. This is the shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if this is how we're going to call plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a 15, 20-year vet like Tom Brady, then you can call plays a lot of different ways. He can call the fucking plays himself. You can sit over there and shut up. But if we have a wristband,
and you're a rookie,
then we're using this wristband to call the plays. And all that might happen is come through your headset might say 16. Okay, what the fuck is play 16? Okay, play 16 is trips left, rocket motion, 32 jet on 2. Cool. That's the thing, though. How the fuck you send me out there with the wrong? And what was the wrong thing?
That's another good question.
Was this last week's playbook? I'll tell you something that happened in the middle of the game. And I just thought about this right now when you brought it up. In the middle of the game, the Cleveland Browns was backed up, like way back. This was early in the game. They was backed up on like their own 1 yard line, and they end up getting a penalty of a 12 men in the huddle penalty. And what I was screaming was, one, I saw it. I saw the 3 dudes come on the field. And I saw 2 dudes come off the field. So I'm in the press box. I'm like, they got 12 on the field. They got 12 on the field. But that's not even the issue. That happens sometimes, right? But it happens in the huddle. Even the penalty is 12 men in the huddle. They broke the huddle and came to the line of scrimmage to run a play. Here's the thing. There is not a single play in football that tells 12 people what to do. Somebody just out there doing some shit. He can have every wristband in the world. There's not a single play in football that will instruct.
Yeah, but if you confused though, right? Like if you played left tackle, maybe you ain't.
Listen.
I get what you're saying, but they're not called to play like Roberts, go left. That ain't how it's working. They supposed to call 16, like you said, and know what to do on 16.
No. His wristband says 16. The rest of them don't have that shit.
No, but he gonna call a play in the huddle.
Right. He's gonna call a play in the huddle that's going to tell exactly 11 people what to do.
11 positions what to do.
11 people, nigga. It's going through a play call, and they can get very lengthy at the NFL level. It's going to call a protection that's going to tell the 5 offensive linemen exactly what to do. It's going to tell you some pre-snap stuff. Are we going to motion this way, motion that way? Are we not motioning at all? It's going to give you a formation that might say trips right. It might say bunch left. It might say twins. It might say whatever.
Right.
And then it's going to give individual notes. For 11 people, there is no way 12 people can get an instruction on an NFL play, on any football play. Not in high school, not in grammar school.
The the larger conversation, and you would have more understanding than me. Like I boycotted the NFL. I watched a little bit of college football.
That's the level of dysfunction they at. Like,
But level of dysfunction, cool.
you had 12 niggas doing some shit.
Level of dysfunction is one thing, right? But then that also writes it off as a rudimentary mistake.
Mm-hmm.
My question though, is this a rudimentary mistake, or is this part of a larger scheme to just shit on this boy? And if so, why? Why are they so dedicated to shitting on this man? I got my own issues with Dia, right? But I'm not an NFL owner or coach. If you gonna fuck with the boy, why draft him? If he ain't good, with all the hype, why play the game that you playing? I just don't understand it.
No, I think they took him, and I think they didn't expect him to really even get out of like training camp or even mini camp in the spring. When they drafted him, they still got Deshaun Watson, handsy ass.
That's a massage parlor boy,
yeah,
right?
That's him,
Mr. Massage.
Oh, right.
They stroke me, baby.
They still had him on the roster. No, he wasn't going to play, but they still got him because they stupid and they guarantee him like $300 million. They can't get out of that.
Can't get out of that.
But they had him. They had Joe Flacco, who's 700 years old. They drafted Dylan Gabriel already, and they had another veteran quarterback who I don't even remember who it was. Shador came in as the 5th quarterback. I've been a football fan my whole life. I've been covering this thing for quite some time now.
5th guy don't make it past training camp.
Niggas don't go to training camp with 5 quarterbacks. Because there's no purpose for you to be here. We don't have that. We have to practice for 18 hours to get the 5th quarterback some reps. So, no, 3, maybe 4 in camp if you don't have a good one. Like, no. They didn't think he would make the fucking team. Now, you get into this thing. Of course, Mr. Rubdown ain't playing. Dylan Gabriel, the rookie that you did draft earlier, he's huff. An opportunity presents itself for y'all to get some value for Joe Flacco. So y'all trade him to Cincinnati because Joe Burrow couldn't play. And whatever minimal reps Shador was having during training camp, it was enough to be like, well, maybe
let's try it.
Wait a minute now. Don't just throw him away. Now he's forcing the action. He go out there, he throw for 360 yards, 4 touchdowns. Like, oh shit. But now y'all coming to Chicago. It's one thing if you do that. It's the Cleveland Browns against Tennessee. 33 people saw that game. Respectfully, nobody gives a fuck. You going to Chicago, whether the Bears good or not, it's the 3rd largest market in the country. And they are good this year. Everybody's watching.
Everybody watching.
You know what I'm saying? And he threw for 360 last week with 4 touchdowns. Like, hold on. See what he can do against this Bears defense.
And then you drag him off with the wrong playbook.
Give his ass the wrong playbook.
When he got the goddamn spotlight and the cameras on him.
He in there calling plays for 12 niggas. He can't call a play for 12 niggas.
But why? Because he couldn't have did shit. He just showed up. His daddy obviously pissed a bunch of people off. I can't see it attached to nothing else.
It's just a disdain for the family
Niggas
at
in
this
the quarterback
point.
position, huh? No, I don't know.
That too.
I know that's part of it.
I mean, that's always been.
That's always part of it.
It's always been.
If you gonna be a nigga, you better pay your bills. I'm just saying. There's rules to this shit.
That's always been a part of it, man. That's always been a part of it. But yeah, no, it's wild. I don't know why they're doing that. What I do know is that Shorty was built for it.
What'd he do though? Ultimately, what'd he do last week? Because again, I ain't watching.
Hey, what's up? The Bears blew their ass out.
I knew they blew him out, but how he
31-3.
looked though?
He didn't do shit.
Yeah.
I was conflicted going into the game because I understood that one, the Browns are absolutely terrible, and the Bears defense is good, and they take the ball away a lot. So they picked them off 3 times. The Bears got a veteran defensive coordinator that's good at tricking any quarterback, but especially young ones. So he didn't look good. It wasn't a good day for him. Ain't no other way for me to spin that. But I went into it conflicted because I was expecting the Bears to do that to him. But I also want him to succeed.
You want to look good, but you want the Bears to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I wanted. Because I know that anytime he looks bad, they're going to be like, see, he huffed his tail and try to take his opportunities away from him. So I want him to succeed. I want him to continue to develop and do well. Somebody give him a shot.
Yeah, you paying attention to this little internet beef with academics and Jim Jones and Mano and all them? I know that'd be right up your alley. I'm trying to see if you caught this one.
No, yes, I did. I saw academics talk shit about something that Fab was wearing. I don't remember, a headband. And then Mano stepped in like, nah, Fab, I got this fuck nigga. I'm on him, right? Now I've also seen this other nigga. I don't really know what he do. I think he do like the real estate money shit. And they was calling him a fraud. Him and Academics into it now.
Tony the Closer.
Yes, he didn't went ahead and posted telling Academics, oh, I was fucking your girl, I was fucking your baby mama, all this type of. He putting a picture up and FaceTime with her. And these niggas are
So it's high school shit, right? But
Yeah,
I think there's another conversation that played it just interesting to me, and it kind of speaks to like I don't know the positionality of what it means to get money, right? And like how it validates you in some circles, right? I made the joke about if you're gonna be a quarterback, paint your nails.
right.
I said that on purpose because in a world where they want to kind of dominate your ass, they specifically want you to kind of be emasculated in some way,
True.
right? Not that I'm with that or nothing, but there's some value in how, at its core, men view masculinity, in my opinion, right? And there is a hierarchy in masculine kind of orbits. Like if you think about it just from like a young child in your friend group, you do who's in control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
There's a hierarchy of whatever, right?
sure.
And that, you might age up into different positions.
For sure.
But there's it might not never be spoken about, but there's an understood hierarchy in this group.
As early as kindergarten.
Period, right?
Sure.
So you see cats like Academics, G, who he's just kind of silly to me, right?
He's a goofy.
He's kind of goofy to me, right? And not to say the mother niggas ain't goofy. They just don't exhibit it the same level of goofy that he exhibits at.
Like him, like the other nigga that's on Joe Budden podcast now to do all the goofy shit.
Queens?
Yes,
Flip?
Queen Flip. He's a goof. Oh, he irks me. He's so fucking goofy.
I don't see Flip as no goofy. I see Flip as immature, but I guess it's a different level of goofy to me than Academics
He used
is.
to run around
Right.
touching people, hugging niggas, fake fighting, jumping. He's a goofy.
Well, maybe I ain't hip to, but either. My point is this: I see Ack as it's kind of a goofy, right? The nerd who don't get no attention, all that type of shit. And he's having a conversation with Fab, Mano, and Jim, who at least present as
Not
I ain't gonna
goofy.
say no, they present as goofies too. At least, well, let me not say that. Now I want to get into it. I think Jim presents as a full goofy. That's my personal opinion. Feel how you want to feel about it. I don't feel like Mano presents as a goofy. I feel like Mano presents as opportunities. And if you niggas is getting something, I want part of it, so this is the opportunity. I respect it, right? But Jim's a goofy. I don't see Fab as a goofy. Dave East is probably the coolest nigga on their show, and he probably got the least amount of money. You know what I mean? But essentially, though, they all have these kind of quasi-storied histories of being in the streets.
Right.
You know what I mean? Ack is a pure D goofy, right? Vic Mensa scared the shit out that boy. And I respect it because Vic presents as a man.
Yeah.
Ain't got to be street shit. I'm a man and I'll fuck you up.
I would expect Vic to scare Academics.
I expect anybody who shows up in a male polarity to scare Academics,
Yeah.
right? So to jump out the window talking toughly to anybody, it's just very interesting to me. And it's a new kind of thing. Like, because again, we have a historical fact of when Vic was sitting next to your ass and called you a bitch, you presented like a bitch. But now, a few years later, you done put a little couple eyes in your pocket, and now you talking tough to other niggas who could obviously touch you. Y'all gonna be in the same spaces.
Yeah, no, it's weird, man. I think people play to the crowd too.
Yeah, but when you a bitch, you know when to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but I mean, people play to the crowd, meaning like the back and forth that be happening with niggas. Niggas is 50.
True.
I'm not back and forth with you.
I get it.
Either we have an issue or we don't.
I had a segue for the back and forth, but I'll wait. Because I want to finish this.
Either we have an issue or we don't. And I think people are seeing the value in the back and forth in terms of the social media, the YouTube, the conversation we've been having. They see the value in that. There's no reason for people like Jim Jones and Cameron to go back and forth as long as they did throughout this year. Y'all motherfuckers is brothers. Even if y'all beefing, y'all can go back and forth on this podcast, that podcast, this podcast, that podcast. But you look up and it's now positioned Jim Jones to be viable in conversation again. I hadn't thought about Jim Jones for fucking 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think they see the value in the back and forth now. Mano, you just said these opportunities. he wasn't even fucking talking to you, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even talking to you or about you. But Fab don't need the cachet like that. So whatever, Mano, go ahead, get on how you. I don't know anything about Mano except that he went to jail and got his face sliced.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you ever heard a Mano song?
That I can think of.
P, the historian. P, the historian.
But I don't think when it comes to academics, I think he say shit because he don't be in them areas like that. Like you ain't gonna be able to touch him. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right.
He kind of like he gives me like 6ix9ine and them type of like mega trolls type shit.
Yep.
Like you're not gonna just catch a mega troll out on the street.
True.
Fucking Charleston
Or
White.
Charleston White,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Like these these real life
Trolls.
social media trolls. They live in this box. If I am outside,
I'm in a protective
I'm
bubble.
in a protective box. I got fucking 18 security, police. Everybody is protecting me. So I can say what the fuck. These Twitter fingers are gonna go crazy at any given moment.
Yep.
I can say what the fuck I want.
Yep.
I can get away with it. I can go rant about this nigga. I
Right.
know he's a killer. He's been doing it for years. This is how he got his whole shit.
But I can pop off because
Cause you niggas can't see
you
me.
literally
I live
can't
in a
touch me.
basement. I'm in a fucking box, especially with back then. You can imagine he in this fucking room. Nigga, don't nobody know where this boy live at. I still don't know where academics is from. I never cared.
Right, but I don't know.
To think about
Right.
it.
He from Jamaica. That's one.
Is he?
Right, which also bothers me. Right.
That's crazy.
Fuck Charleston White, by the way, bitch ass nigga.
That also bothers me because they come in and they kind of attach themselves to a culture that is ours, and then they get, gravitate and create a power vacuum and then create a personality archetype, and people think that's how Black Americans rock. I think they're goofy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the other goofy, Jim, because Jim's a goofy. I don't care what nobody say. He's a fucking goofy.
Jim Jones.
Yeah, he's a fucking goofy. But he was doing another conversation on his show this week. Got him in. I don't want to say got him in no hot water, but they was talking to, and this was funny to me too. What's the investment cats? Earn Your Leisure.
Earn Your Leisure, yeah.
And the slimmer one. I think his name is Rashad. I don't know them cats like that. But Jim Jones was talking about Sexy Red. She was like, she's a unicorn, and like kind of bigging her up, and you could see the hesitation on Rashad's face. He wanted to say something. He was trying to get his courage up to say it.
She's a
right?
unicorn?
And that's another thing. Why you gotta have courage to talk to that goofy? Like, I hate the fact that they bow down to his goofy ass. I got a problem with him.
I think he might have just not wanted to jump down shorty throat pause, but like
no, they hold this nigga in high regard on some street shit. He's a goof.
they say he the oldest YN.
Jim Jones. Get the fuck out. But anyway. But whatever, right? So Rashad says to him, like, what do you mean she's a unicorn? And he was like, all of them unicorns. Sexy Red, Lotto, he named, I don't know their names like that, but he went through the whole diatribe of them, that demographic. You know what I'm saying? Them. This fuck. It's one long song. But look at my booty hole. You know what I mean? I don't know that shit. But anyway, so Rashad was like, what you mean? He was like, man, they unicorns. They can change. If they tomorrow said, black women be queens and all the black women to be queens. And Rashad was like, nigga, stop it. He was like, that shit is embarrassing.
Yeah.
Right? And at some level, we got to take accountability for some of the embarrassing shit that we do, and how we represent ourselves out here in public. And I fuck with him for saying that. And I was impressed by that. But for me, it's like when you spew it, you got to live it.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So them same dudes, and this used to irk me, we'd had these conversations a while ago about them having that investment group conversation. Right? Back to the moniker of not wanting to be poor in America. It's easy to sell niggas on how to get rich. Right? And they were telling a bunch of fucking lies. Right? And they made headways, and now they got a full out brand. Right? Motherfuckers went to Invest Fest. Talk to anybody that went to Invest Fest and ask them how it was.
Right.
Right? The shit was Freaknik and the lie about investments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just is what it is.
Everything a hustle.
Everything's a fucking hustle, and then you condemn one hustler and you got to hustle
for the other thing, right?
You know what I mean? It's just very interesting to me. I was still glad he called him on that bullshit. You can't tell me. Look at my booty hole is inspiring, bro. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? But
inspire somebody. I saw a kindergarten graduation. They asked all the kids what they wanted to be. The little girl said a stripper. She was 6 years old.
Yeah, the comprehension is low, man. These niggas was raised with Twitter and academics
Yeah.
as their father. You know what I mean? It's just bad out here in these streets. It is what it is. You
What's
know?
up with your man? Speaking of pioneers of the internet,
Who's my man's?
Ray J.
Ray J's pioneering the internet still.
He's on the corner screaming about Diddy taking his butt.
Yep. And it got the attention that he absolutely wanted it to get.
Yeah, because I saw it.
Well, I've heard. I told you Ray
He
J.
needs to be committed.
No,
Something's
no, he
wrong with
don't. I
Buddy.
told you Ray J was the king of this whole culture.
Yeah, you told me he was the Martin Luther King of this culture.
Yeah, he is the Martin Luther King of the internet culture. And when you hear Ray J really talk, again, I don't fuck with it because my mindset is not like, it's almost like what's the dude who used to do the relationship shit we would always talk about?
Kevin Samuels.
Kevin Samuels, right? I don't necessarily fuck with what Kevin Samuels says, but he's absolutely right when you operate in a relationship from a transactional space.
Right. Agreed.
Ray J operates through the world in that space. He's acknowledged that space. He understands that space and he moves through it. He don't give a fuck about it. He's not in alignment with it. He just understands it. Right? So if you hear this nigga talk about the business of the internet and the business of his business structures, that little fucker's brilliant. He's brilliant if you catch him in one of those kind of conversations. Now, he does a bunch of goofball shit to enhance his products and his product line.
He displays some intelligence on Kurt Franklin's show, but then he fell
He
back
was
into
half
his own
drunk
bullshit.
too. Yeah, he was bullshitting around. You know what I mean?
I feel like he on all the drugs.
Yeah, he's
and
on
all the shit.
He's tortured. You know, he's a tortured soul. But I got a certain level of rapport that I fuck with.
I feel like he's heartbroken about his relationship with his family and his sister. And like, I feel like he just be wild.
And maybe I'm a hypocrite. Maybe I'm giving him too much credit. I've seen him in space where I'd be like, oh shit, I'd have never thought about that. That's brilliant. And he has the kind of vigor where he doesn't give a fuck about the backlash. So I can do anything and it will give me back the attention I need. Just like you said about Mano. Like, what's the record we heard from Mano? And I can't answer you.
Right.
Ray J is in a music space. Can you name a Ray J record other than One Wish, which was 35 years ago?
It's a great song.
But he makes more money than 99% of them motherfuckers.
It's a great fucking song.
And if you there to be transactional and you got to stay relevant,
Definitely the master of staying relevant.
the master.
I mean, he on Club Shay Shay. He on all the top.
And what's he do?
That's what I'm saying.
He has product though. He does shit, but he doesn't do shit in that space. He really don't.
Everybody knows that
He said something one. It might have been Shannon. I don't know.
people gonna tune into his ass.
He was like, motherfuckers treat me like I'm a little boy, like I'm Brandy's little brother. But pull back that motherfucking balance sheet. I'm really the big dog here. And he is. He really is.
I don't know what he got.
He got the Ray Pods. He got a bunch of products, G.
Shout out to him. He's a fucking.
He's the GOAT, really.
He's really the GOAT of this.
Of that world. Of that world, he's really the GOAT.
You can't deny.
You can't deny it, G. He's the GOAT of that world, brother.
I hate it. I can't
He's the
stand
GOAT.
y'all. I can't stand y'all when y'all first said it 6 months ago. I can't stand it now.
He is. Don't nothing happen if Ray J don't make it move. I'm telling you. I hate it, but it's the truth.
I'm gonna have my blood homies just got a jail come over there and they gonna rape you, niggas. Like,
Yeah.
hey. He was the first nigga to go at Fab.
No, he made the Breakfast Club. Like, we can keep
was
going
the
down the
first
line. He
viral moment
made
of the
Kim
Breakfast Club?
Kardashian. We can keep going down
He
the
made
line.
sex tapes, nigga.
He made Kim Kardashian.
Sure.
Right? You can make whatever argument you want to make. The Breakfast Club and Kim Kardashian.
No, I'm saying he made sex tapes a thing. The first one I
Celebrity sex
remember hearing
tape,
about.
Sure, but my point is without his energy attached to it.
My point is there's no OnlyFans without him.
None of it. None of it.
And that's the
You
way
know
I
what
would
I'm
say
saying?
it. Ray J is the
Speaking
most
about Ray J-esque kind of
influential nigga in the
characters.
world.
Speaking of Ray J-esque kind of characters.
Yeah, man's J-Mal.
J-Mal Green.
How did I know you were going there?
Man. What's wrong with that boy, man?
That's your man's.
It's not my man's.
I heard you was ducking him.
Stop it.
I heard that in the streets.
Yeah, okay.
That you was ducking him.
The Sesame Streets?
I heard that in the
Fuck
streets. That you said something or we said something on the podcast. J-Mal reached out like, put me on the podcast.
Don't say his name too many times because he will sue for defamation.
He said, put me on the podcast. I told you, too, book him on the podcast. He hasn't been here. And the reason I got in the streets was he was down to do it, but you was ducking him because you don't think you are his intellectual equal.
That sounds about how it happened. But anyway, I hate that I can't remember the young boy's name, but they got a pod.
It's called
pop.
Jam.
Anyway, I
It's
like
called
the young
Jam
boys.
something. So
I
he's
like
called
the,
Jam.
yeah, I like the young
The
boys a
Jam.
lot. They intelligent. They speak truth to power. They talking about issues that most young people don't deal
It's
with. I
4 young
fuck with
brothers.
it
They doing their
100%.
thing, and
Yeah.
the leader or the A mic, as you would say, he's very very intelligent and well informed. He does his research, but he's also a Chicago kid. You can feel that too. And so
So anyway, man. So the only reason this is even funny to me or intriguing to me is because the mayor went on a pod,
yep.
right? And in essence, man, we kind of kicked off a movement.
The mayor's tour run.
The mayor's tour of doing local media. You know what I mean? So he did us first, and
Pause.
we had a specific pause. We did had a specific conversation, but dude might have commented on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I think I had another conversation just regularly about what I thought about the head tax and the budget. And he came back with some shit he said to me, negating what I said. Similar, I think he copied and pasted what he wrote to us and wrote it to the shorties, right? But unlike the shorties, right, when he copied and pasted that shit to us, I had a certain emotion attached to that, right? But I didn't respond to it. I talked to you first. Because I know I got the tendency to jump out the window.
I tend to be the cooler of heads around here.
So instead of responding emotionally, what I did was I said, hey, I would like to invite you to definitely have this debate on the show if you'd like to come on.
Right.
He never responded. Cool. Because I knew you don't want that smoke for real anyway. Right?
No, he said he wanted to come on the show. I saw it in the comments.
I said, come on.
Oh.
When the door opened, the niggas said, oh, crap,
that's not what the streets is saying, man.
Well, fuck what the streets
My name is my name.
My name is my name.
Tell him if I step to any motherfucker, Omar, Barksdale, whoever.
You know what I'm saying? So you think it's different. It ain't different.
You want to be one way.
You want to be one way.
It's the other way.
It ain't one way. It's the other way. But anyway, man, I swear to God, the nigga copy and pasted that message that he left on our page, sends it over to them, same message. The young boys reacted like young two.
They got on his ass.
They got on his ass.
It was so good. Hey, shout out to all y'all young brothers, man. I don't know y'all yet. I'm sure we'll cross paths soon. Salute to what y'all doing is absolutely dope. But they got right on his top, Joe. Like
right on him, G. And I loved every moment of it.
They did. They wouldn't spit facts. They did research. They was like, nigga, you took money from Paul Vallis.
And because I don't want to get sued for defamation, I'm not going to say his name, but he did that shit. He did it. I got proof. He did that.
Hey, listen. I told y'all when that campaign was going for mayor, Paul Vallis offered me a check. Remember I told you I went down there.
Holler at me. I got other information.
I went down there, met with Paul Vallis.
I was snitch.
Just me and Paul Vallis. He had an office right off.
Paul was handing out checks to niggas. He was giving checks to a bunch of niggas. It's a bunch of niggas called them checks.
Yeah. He wrote me a number down. I was like, oh, that's a decent ass number. Like, let me think on it. You know what I'm saying? He like, just take the check with you. So I know he was giving out these checks. And then when they said the number, I was like, yep. And they was like, the next day he deposited $30,000 into an account, and then the $30,000 came, and then the next day he endorsed.
Be clear, I ain't shitting on Shorty for taking the bread, right? Y'all know me. I'm from the school of Harold Washington, brother. Take the chicken and vote for Harold, right? And that's for the young boys too, because y'all was hanging your hat on not taking nobody's money. If it's money at the table, take the money. Yeah. Right? That don't mean compromise your integrity. No,
right? They didn't say we turned the money down. We just said that we didn't get money from the mayor for him being on the show or supporting his.
Oh yeah, none of that.
Or supporting his budget.
Yeah, none of that, and that's not what I'm saying, right? This conversation I'm having is a very nuanced conversation. Right? When I say I'm of the Harold Washington school of taking the chicken but voting for Harold, 100%. It means I'm gonna take your fucking money, but I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? That's real gumption.
I didn't take Paul's money because mine was attached to like.
Yeah, you got to know what money to take and what money not to take. If you can't control it, don't take it.
Yeah, if it was just like a hit on some money and say you're gonna do this and do that, but it was like to actually be in this fucking campaign and show up here and there. I was like, I don't know.
But yeah, man, salute to the young boys, man. But you know, I guess the full brevity of the story is that, you know, a week after they shitted on him, he reached out to some lawyers and now he's suing them for defamation of character. Yeah, and I just think that's so silly, man.
That's some soft shit.
It's some ambulance chasing ass shit, man. Leave them young boys alone, man.
That's some weak shit. And you know, I used to support J-Mo. I told I went to his campaign party. I told I wrote him a check for his campaign.
So you was all the way in. I would
for the same reason. So yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you make a bunch of bad decisions. I see.
I didn't vote. I couldn't vote for Trump the second time, but the first time I absolutely did.
Yeah, man. But anyway, man, salute to them.
I don't regret it.
I just like the theater of it all, man. It's hilarious to me.
Nah, it's cool. It's definitely salute to the jam pod. I believe it's called the jam pod, but salute to y'all brothers, man. Keep doing y'all thing. Anything else you want to touch on before we get up out of here?
I have some other shit on the list. I don't know what it was, but I don't. I'm tired. Just give it to the bed.
It's a good reason to stop the show.
You know what I'm saying?
We gotta go. We'll see y'all next time. In the meantime, go Bears, man. I think the Bears finna actually go on a freaking run, and the city of Chicago is better when the Bears are good. It's not just because I'm a football fan, not because I'm a Bears fan. It's certainly not because I covered them. It's just the city is just better. There's an energy when the Chicago Bears are good around this city. Like, the 90s Bulls is always the shit, but this is a Bears town, man. You talk about baseball, a lot of people like the Cubs, some people fuck with the Sox. The Blackhawks did their thing, they had their dynasty, but most people don't even know fucking hockey.
You think the Bears is the biggest game in town?
No doubt, this is the Bears city over anything.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't debating it. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's the Bears city before anything. So it just feels good they're doing well. But we got to go. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Please make sure you share the conversation. Please make sure you hit the like button on the way out. Subscribe to the page. Share it. Somebody that you think would enjoy it. Huge shout out to P.I. doing all of the hard work behind the camera. If you are not in tune with the
this
culture
nigga here.
seller, yeah, man. That's
This nigga.
They talk about Jim Jones, the youngest
Keep
YN.
it in P.
He's the youngest YN. He is the youngest
The
YN.
oldest YN.
The older, right? He's the oldest YN. Pardon me. He's the oldest YN. I go to P. I was telling him before the show. I go to P.
He is like a walking barbershop.
P is a hood encyclopedia.
Every question you got about the hood, you can find from P.
He's a hood encyclopedia for 50 years running. Older than him, he's a hood encyclopedia for 50 years running. Me, I had like a good 20-year run of being a hood encyclopedia from when I was 10 to 30. Since I'm 30, I don't have my ear that closely to the streets. P still know who shot who, why they got shot, who was repping what set, who putting out their very first single ever. Like, you ain't heard the new Shorty such and such? Who the fuck is Shorty such and such? Like, P knows all of that.
Greyhound Big Ralph.
Yeah, and he can go, and he can also go back to like Run DMC. Like, I was like, that was a little bit before me, and then all this other shit you're talking about is beyond me. P know all that shit. Shout out to P, man. And you can find all that shit on the Culture Seller. So you want to know what's going on in the street? Culture Seller is where it's at, man. Shout out to E4O doing major things.
Salute our sister, man. We be to support you tomorrow.
The grand opening of Lily Pad's Acai Bowl is coming very, very soon. It's on the corner of 43rd and Cottage Grove. Make sure y'all get in tune with that. That's two. I'm Herb. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.